How to make $1 million from just 1,000 social media followers. Many people overcomplicate social media. They think they have to build a following of hundreds of thousands of followers to make a significant income. However, you can build $1 million income from just 1,000 followers once you understand the economics. So many businesses are ignorant of the economics of their business. This is why you have people who promote a certain tactic, but unless you understand the economics, the tactic is useless. About 25% of businesses on Instagram have a following of 1,000 people. And when your followers interact with you, they are exposed to your content. So, what is 1,000 times 1,000? So just 1,000 of your followers, and if each one of your followers has an average of 1,000 followers too, that means you have a network of 1 million people. You are just one person away from 1 million followers and 2 people away from 1 billion. Making money has always been about relationships. On social media, it is not about the number of followers you have, but the relationship you have with your followers. Because of the overabundance of content on social media, in 2023, Chet Holmes International published a report that people need to see your content some 500 times before they will remember you. And because of the algorithm that many of these social media platforms use, only about 2 to 5% of your followers will see your post. However, if you regularly comment on these 1,000 followers' posts, send messages to them, and when you do post your content, you will be more likely to be noticed and will take action on your content. Most people treat social media the same way as companies did with TV, by blasting out a message to their audiences. However, for this to work, you have to have audiences of at least hundreds of thousands of people. Marketing data shows that one-on-one relationships have the highest closing rates. You may understand the technology, but your grandparents, and depending on your age, your great-grandparents were more equipped to be successful on social media than you. You see, your grandparents knew it was about relationships. This is still true in many small towns. You eat out at the Main Street Cafe and not McDonald's because the Main Street Cafe is about the relationship. At McDonald's, you come in, and they ask you, "Can I take your order?" When you arrive at the Main Street Cafe, Joanne knows what you like and already has your drinks at your table when you walk in. This is still true on social media. People like Brian Tracy, Chet Holmes, Jordan Belford, and Grant Cardone built names for themselves selling over the phone. However, people like Gary Vaynerchuk built his $100 million a year empire, starting out using social media the same way that people use the telephone, by building one-on-one relationships. In the worst-case scenario, you will only need to send 10,000 requests to build a following of 1,000 people. Then, out of those followers, 100 will buy your product. However, there is a referral strategy we use where those 100 referral partners will bring in an average of 200 new customers per year. The breakdown is as follows. 1/3 will do nothing. 1/3 will bring in some referrals. 1/3 will do even more. But you'll have about 5 to 6 where you'll make the majority of your money. It would be impossible for you to fully understand how this works in just a few minutes. So from social media, we send that traffic to a website where a person can register with their email, or they can call a phone number where we'll text them a link. From there, we'll send them a series of emails and text messages, nurturing those leads, turning them into a sale. We use a similar software to that of what the smartest and most profitable companies in the world use, that we call as an auto sales closing system that will, number 1, generate interest. Number 2, capture your leads. Number 3, present your product to your prospects. Number 4, closing them right there on the spot. Number 5, if they don't buy, it follows up with them closing them at a later point. Number 6, by capitalizing on 9 different categories of income streams. It would be an impossible job for you to completely understand what we're going to do for you in just these few minutes. In our next module, I'll show how to build a large social media following. So if you've heard enough to get started, we provided you the link below this video. Otherwise, we have created a step-by-step video that explains exactly how this software works. One more thing, stay healthy, have a great day, and we'll see you in our next module.